Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing 5 ways to find your personal style. I really wanted to do this video because I say that in literally every video. I thought about doing this video because I feel like over the past 6 years I've really started to perfect my personal style, and I now have a pretty good idea of what I look for in fashion and my style. So I thought I'd give some tips on that because I feel like being your authentic self and having your own authentic style is the best. And I wrote down 5 different ways to do so. The first tip is to make note of what already sparks your interest. So for me, I wrote down examples, and I'll explain my examples. So a lot of my hyperfixations, I guess that's what you'd call it, or interests stem from characters and artists and music and shows I'm watching and stuff like that. So I'm very inspired by My Little Pony and Pink and Tokidoki and Sanrio and pop cultures and 80s and 90s style and vintage stuff and things like that. Those are things that inspire me, that I've taken note that inspire me. So one way that I take note is if I see things on Pinterest that really make me feel wow, my brain really lights up when I see that. I really like whatever that is. I'm gonna pin that and make note of that, or I will just keep it in my head. Every time I have an interest in something, say I have an interest in clowns. Clowns inspire my style. It may not be outward in the way that it inspires my style, but it is a conglomerate of things together that inspire my style, and clowns are one of them. And I've noticed that when I see people do clown makeup, and when I see people do clown outfits, and when I see cute little things like this, it just inspires me to be fun and to not be afraid, to have innocence in my outfits and innocence in the way that I carry myself, but also to be playful and fun with my outfits. My Little Pony inspires me because I love that they all have their own unique colors and cutie marks, and I just feel the concept of a cutie mark is basically, hold on, let me put Rainbow Dash back. The concept of a cutie mark is basically who you're meant to be, and I'm really inspired by that too. The color pink really inspires me because it soothes my brain. Whenever I see something that brings me peace or happiness or soothes my brain in a way, I will make note of that and inherit that in my style. So let me think of an example. Frilly things like lace and polka dots and things like that inspire me. That's something that is a big thing for me and helps me develop my style over time, because as I'm making note of things, it slowly incorporates into my style. It's not a very immediate thing. Sometimes it is, but for me it's usually a very slow process of finding things that remind me of that thing and incorporating it. This pink room has been accumulated over the past year. A year ago, or a year and a half ago, I didn't have anything pink. So it's accumulated. The next thing is Pinterest boards, which I slightly mentioned in the last one. Pinterest. And I know this is a very, I don't want to say cliche, but obvious one, because I feel most people use Pinterest to curate their style, but I cannot stress it enough. I have Pinterest boards for my aesthetic. I have Pinterest boards for things that inspire me. I have Pinterest boards for things that I want. I have Pinterest boards for fashion. I have Pinterest boards for everything that can bring inspiration into my personal style and make me feel truly myself. There's a lot of things that I still carry with me from when I was younger that I that I see on Pinterest and I can pin, or things that are new that I that I see on Pinterest that I can pin. And basically every bullet point I have in this video can be curated and found on Pinterest, or started in that way. Number 3 is music taste. A big part of my style is based off of my music taste. So I'm an indie music girl. I've always been an indie music girl, and I'm a big pop music girl. I am very picky about my pop music, but I was raised on pop music, and my sister raised me on pop culture. She lives in LA. That's a big part of who I am. So music really inspires my style. Madonna, I have a picture of Madonna in my closet. I have a picture of Sabrina Carpenter in my closet. They both inspire me. A lot of music makes me feel like I'm in an indie movie, so I try to dress like I would if I were to be an indie movie with an amazing soundtrack. What would my character wear? So movies and music really inspire me in that way. Seeing what like a genre of music fans usually wear. Like I really like the Midwest emo math rock look, and I really like the like indie twee look and the 80s grunge, post-punk. Like I love all that shit, and it comes from communities of music, if that makes sense. And then we got number 4. We got influencers and local celebrities and regular celebrities that inspire me. Like I was saying a second ago, like artists that I really like inspire me, especially like regular celebrities. Like Addison Rae really inspires me, not just because of her music, but I'm a big fan of her fashion sense. I have a Pinterest board of her on Pinterest because I'm really inspired by her fashion. I follow a lot of people that live in my city who are really into like fashion and style and music like that. I don't try to copy, but I do take inspiration of them. Like it inspires me when people are fully themselves, and I take inspiration from that, and it makes me want to be fully myself in my fashion. And if I see something that I like, I can incorporate that. Like vloggers I watch also inspire me. Like I watch a lot of vloggers that talk about fashion and their styles, so that also helps me curate my personal style. And then number 5 is inner child healing and where you came from. So this one I think is the most important one in my opinion, and is the one that's really brought me to be my authentic self with my style. A big thing for me the past like 5 years I've been doing a lot of like inner child healing, and that comes with like some woo-woo shit. Like I firmly believe in meditation and visualization, so something that I've done for the past like 5 years to make my brain healthy again is I spend a lot of time alone. And so sometimes when I'm alone and I'm feeling down or I'm feeling happy, I try either one, it really doesn't matter. I try to visualize what it would be like if like a certain phase I was at or age I was of me. Is this making any sense? I do this a lot when I'm driving and when I just do this a lot when I'm driving. I'll be driving and I imagine a younger version of me in my passenger seat, and I visualize and pretend that I'm sitting with her in a very peaceful state and enjoying like the music in the car, looking out the window and reflecting on the growth between the two of us and the difference between the two of us, and how my younger self would be thinking and feeling in that moment about like who I am today and what I really wished for myself at that time. And having those like one-on-one moments with my younger self over and over and over again at multiple different points in my life the past 5 years, and really getting into that visualization mode has helped my mental health so greatly. And I don't really know how to describe that as well as I can. I think I read it in a book, but inner child visualization has been one of the most helpful things for me to not only heal my mental health and my insecurities, but to find my own personal style, because I feel so connected to who I was when I was younger, and not in a shameful way. Like I feel like motherly over her, and I've created a relationship with her in my mind, which is really healthy for your body. Because in reality, you are always like, time is a construct. Everything is actually happening everywhere all at once, like the fucking movie. Like your body going through all these different ages is an optical illusion. So you still are all of those ages at once, but we're just experiencing the space-time continuum. If this makes literally any sense, I don't know if I sound like a crazy person. I've like watched a lot of videos and read about this. And so like visualizing your younger self being with you in the same plane, I guess, is like good for you, because it helps build a bond and doesn't make you feel disconnected from who you are. And it helps me process trauma a lot better, because when I cry, I have such an overwhelming sense of trust and respect for myself that even when I'm super upset and I'm letting myself cry and freak out, I feel comfortable in my own body doing so. Because a few years ago, when I would cry or I would be upset, I felt so wildly uncomfortable in my body that when I would get upset, I felt like I needed to crawl out of my skin. It was the most painful emotion ever, and that's probably like a personality disorder or something, I don't fucking know. But in order to heal that, I had to find ways to feel safe and comfortable in my body. And so having these visualizations helped me build a bond with my younger self. So when I am upset and I am feeling my feelings and I am being a human being, I feel comfortable with all versions of me. Therefore, I'm comfortable with my body. And I could talk more about that if you guys would like me to make another video about that, like I would. I love talking about how I've made my brain semi-normal the past 5 years, because it's taken a lot. So that has helped me, because now I can think back to like different versions of myself when I was younger and what I liked, and I feel inspired by it instead of like embarrassed and cringed by it. So like when I was 18, I really wanted to run away from who I was as a kid or who I was throughout high school, because that wasn't me anymore and I hate that person. But then once I started doing this inner child healing, I realized that person is me, and that person is forever going to be me. And if I don't build a relationship with her, I'm gonna keep running away from who I am all my life, meaning I'm running away from my own personal style, and I'm like being somebody that I'm not. Like, I was super, super, super emo, and I'm not saying emo's not a part of who I am, because it is, because I've forgiven that part of myself, and I do love emo music and emo style, but like, I wasn't as deeply like goth as I really wanted to be. I was kind of trying to impress others and run away from myself because I was sad and I hated myself. But now that I love myself again and I feel connected to my inner child and my body, I love Pink, I love girly shit, I love My Little Pony, because I'm connected to my inner child. I just think of things from back then that I was really interested. I still watch all my comfort movies and get inspiration from my favorite characters from when I was in like middle school. I get inspiration from like what I really liked when I was like a little kid, like early 2000s. What my mom would wear when I was a kid, that stuff really inspires me. Just stuff that I thought was cool as a kid. Like, I want to live out my childhood dreams. Why not wear what I think was cool as a kid? You know, it makes you feel really good about yourself. Like, who did you hope to be like and look like when you were older? I try to accomplish that. And that changes year to year. Like, I don't always look the same, because I'm not always basing it off of like what I wished I looked like when I was 5. And that's it. No, I'm basing my look every single year off of what I wished I looked like at 7 years old, what I wished I looked like at 12 years old, what I wish I looked like at 15 years old. It was different every year or every other year. And whatever age I'm feeling most connected to that year is reflected in my style. And I think a lot of that inner child healing has made me feel connected to different ages at different times. Like, I'm 23 now, and right now I think I feel the most connected. 2016 is a trend right now, so I feel pretty connected to like 13-year-old me. What I would post or repost on Tumblr in middle school, like that stuff kind of inspires me right now. Like a couple, like last year or 2024, what inspired me was like my love for the indie movie, the indie 2017-2018 look, because I felt more connected to that age. And it's just like things like that. That's who I was at that time. That's a reflection of where I came from, and now it's incorporated into my style. The thing that connects to that is like where you come from. So like, I'm from Arizona. My whole family's from California. Well, like my last generation of family is all from California on both sides. And then the generation before that was Florida and Michigan and Georgia. And so I'm a pretty like Southern American girl, but like I feel like I reflect like an LA girl or like a Bay Area girl or a Phoenix girl, and that's because it's a product of where I come from and who my family is and what region I'm from. I wear a lot of tank tops and crop tops because I come from a warm weather state. My dad's super country, that inspires my style. Like, I'm very indie grunge, I feel like, with a little pop of girliness, but I also have a bit of southern in me because my dad's super southern, so like the bolo ties and the camo and like things like that, like that all inspires me because it's where I'm from. Those are my 5 ways to find your personal style. I hope that video helped you guys. I'll see you guys later.